What if you lost everything and you want to start from scratch? And not only when you are down, but when you want to scale up to the next level, what is that one skill that is very important for you to take your business to go to the next level? The idea is all about leverage, because this idea is something that has helped me tremendously whenever I felt low or wherever I'm doing bad in my business. I use this concept about how can I add value to others' businesses. Now, this idea alone was the single most important idea that actually helped me to recreate my business from scratch at least 2 to 3 times before the pandemic and after the pandemic to restart. This has been the simple idea and a very powerful idea. So in this video, coming from our Ask a Mentor session, we talk about what is this whole concept of leverage, how does it work. So we're going to answer a lot of question and answers and multiple people asking multiple questions, and it will help you to create a business that is leverageable, because end of the day we're all running a business to scale it up further and faster, and this concept can take your business to the next level. So before you watch this video, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the video. Yeah, so the question of the week, in this session we're going to answer the question about where do I begin leveraging in my business and what are the initial steps. This question is asked by Vamshi, and he runs a real estate firm. And in the previous week we spoke about how do we, spoke about elements of leverage, and here we're going to learn more about leverage. Okay, so what exactly is leverage? Leverage comes from the word lever. Let me show you how it works. So look at this, right? Like, now imagine this distance is more, right? This distance is more. And okay, so let me change this. It is, yeah. Now imagine you put effort and you're able to move more things, right? Like you put 1x of the effort, you get 3x of the results. That's what is all about leverage. Okay, this whole process is called, this is a lever, and this process is called leverage. Business is a massive game of leverage. Wherever you're able to utilize this concept, you are going to grow faster. Typically entrepreneurs are all hardworking founders, like they want to do everything on their own, and they are putting their 1x effort. They're not going forward. They're not utilizing others resources, others resources, others money, etc., to grow their business. So we will tell you about how you can use it in your business. So when it comes to leverage, what are different examples of leverage? Are one is joint ventures. Joint ventures is when you are going with different partners to build your business, where you are, where both of you are not competing with each other, but you are trying to come together and help each other grow. And outsourcing, what we mean by outsourcing? Outsourcing means that you are leveraging your time, because we cannot do everything on our own. How can I take the things which I can, which is not important for example for me, but how can others do the same thing, right? That's what is outsourcing. It might be through outsourcing to a different team, different organization, or it might be to an employee as well. All right. So let me tell you about how we have utilized leverage in our business. So this way back in 2019, and we just wanted to we had no idea about how do we do this whole investment platform all about, right? Like, where do we get the space, where do we get the where do we get the sponsors, how do we get the funds to get this done? That's how we started off on the thought process of leveraging. But when we were doing this, when we didn't have an idea that this is all about leveraging, but now we know, looking back, this is all leverage, right? So this event happened at 91 Springboard. So for example, 91 Springboard was looking at footfall. We said, okay, 91 Springboard, we can definitely help you with footfall. And so we said, okay, we're going to do an event where we would bring a lot of startups. They said, okay, fair enough. So we're going to get us footfall. We will be able to offer you a space. Similarly, we started connecting with multiple partners. We were able to create an event, and we didn't have to spend a single rupee for this, and we were able to help founders come and pitch with top investors and raise investments as well. All right. So what are different ways that you can use leverage in your business? One of them is OPM. We have come across OPM. OPM stands for other people's money. Other people's money is, it can be using funds. For example, it might be where you are also borrowing money for your investment, right? Like using others money, right? Like I think it's straightforward. So, and the next one is OPR. OPR is my favorite. Other people's resources, it's a vast ocean. It might be using someone's location. It might be using someone's, uh, someone's unused computer, unused whatever, right? There's so many things, a massive list of resources that you can use others' resources, right? So it might be a car that you might not be, someone might not be using, but it might be useful for you, right? The key question here is, what is that thing that okay, for example, you have something, imagine you have a pen. This is something that I have, but there is someone else who finds it more useful than me myself. Similarly, you want something, for you, maybe a pen is very important, but someone else is not utilizing that pen in his or her business. Now the question is, how can you optimally utilize that pen where he is also getting a benefit out of the process, and also at the same time you're also getting benefits at the same time, right? So I want to tell you about a key point about leverage. Leverage is not about taking advantage of others. It is all about how can I benefit at the same time, how can others also benefit at the same time. It is a mutual win-win process. Rather, it's a win and a super win concept for the end user. And OPT is other people's time, right? So how can I leverage others' time? The obvious thing is about using other employees' time, like hiring an employee. It might be an intern, it might be someone who wants to get an experience. So many ways that you can leverage your time to get this done. And the other people's experience as well, right? Like, we don't know everything, right? Our time is limited. A lot of people who have done all the things that you want to do in your business, how can you utilize that? So for example, someone who has already raised investment. So instead of you learning the whole art of it and making a lot of mistakes, why can't you directly, reach out to them and say, look, okay, I would like to work with you, and probably it might be a project that you can create a sub project out of your business, like maybe 50% is yours, 50% is mine. Can we bring together our resources? Can we work together? That's what is leveraging experiences. I've done it multiple times with multiple contributors in our business. It's a massive thing that you can definitely utilize, right? And all of this, right, as I said, this doesn't cost you money. It requires you to connect the value chain. Okay, so how can you start? This is where we can start to get started in our business. So number one is capture your business demand flow. What do I mean by business demand flow? So let me show you that. One second. Yeah. So now imagine you are a bus stop. Okay, you're a bus stop, and your customer is the bus. Okay, and customer, before he comes to your stop, he has already stopped before, and he will go to someone else as well. Correct? So now that is, you need to identify who is that person, A, and B, the customer is going to before the customer is coming to your stop. Where else is he stopping before and after? You want to identify those people. It might be for example, if you're running a manufacturing setup, before the customer comes to my manufacturing setup, who else does he do transaction with also, right? Like, when it comes to this, there are two rules that you want to remember, that when you're looking at creating joint ventures, this is basically joint ventures. Before you do joint ventures, you want to ask yourself two questions. That one is, he must not be we're talking about these people. He must not be your competitor. That means he's not going to steal your business, or he's not getting threatened by working with you. He's not your competitor. The second is, the customer must have done a transaction with that business before, right? For example, it is just not like he's visiting, but a customer must have done a transaction. That means he can also do a transaction with you. So what you can do is, you need to identify different people like him. Like, imagine 10 people like him, 10 people like him. So you're already creating a chain of people who can keep referring business to you. That's what is the power of joint ventures here. All right. So that's what is that's what I mean by when I say you need to create a demand flow. You need to identify what is your demand flow, and you start identifying your partners in the flow. And the second most important thing is, working on systemizing your business, right? So it is all fine, right? Like we are all very fascinated. We keep learning about new ways of getting new customers, but if you are not clear about how to systemize your business, you may grow to a certain extent, but you might struggle to go to the next level. And also, if you're looking to raise investment, it is very essential that you must know the art of systemizing your business, right? Just create a system, and once your system is ready, then you can start leveraging using others' time as well. That is what is manpower. That's where the third step comes into picture. Okay. So that's what is required. So this what now coming to the conclusion part of this video. So what about all this, right? Like how do we get started? What is the conclusion? What is the action steps that you can take out of this? A, work on systemizing your business. When it comes to systemizing, you can use other people's experience and other people's resources to systemize it. If you don't know how to systemize, reach out to people like us. We have worked with a lot of companies to systemize their businesses and other people's resources as well, right? Like if you are lacking a system, you can start working with other teams. For example, when we were sponsored by kitchen robotics company for a food mastermind, so we had no team, we had no sales team, so we were able to utilize the resource of that, the sales team of that company, to work on running the business, right? That's how we can also do this. It is not going to be tough. Okay. And hiring manpower, it's all about using other people's experience. Also, if you don't know how to do that, ask for help. And for that, it's very important to have a system in place first, in the first place, so that when manpower comes in pictures, they can start working on the system. Okay. And then we're looking at marketing. So what is marketing? We are very clear about marketing, getting new leads into the system. You can also leverage other systems, because there is already someone who's already trying to go after the same customers that you're also trying to go after, so that you can start joining forces and say, look, you are also trying to go after the same thing, I'm also trying to go after the same thing. Why do you want to spend money on that? Why am I spending money separately? Why don't we join forces together and benefit from the process? That's what is the joint venture in the first place, isn't it? And capital, other people's money, right? Once you have the systemized thing, you can raise capital to your business. It becomes much more easier, because if you don't do the other things, it becomes so much tough to raise capital, right? So we're always looking to fund businesses who are all systemized or growing, and you can reach out to us to raise funds as well for your business. All right, so that's what all about is in this session. Now let us get into the Q&A section. Leverage. Anyone else? Yashasvi?
Hi, Kashyap. I just need some a little bit of elaboration on when you said capture your business demand flow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where to start? Capture your business demand flow.
Correct.
So how does that, like, how do we analyze the demand flow, and how do we get there?
As I said, yeah, you want to understand before a customer is coming to you, correct? Obviously, just imagine it is a bus. You're a bus stand. Before the customer is coming to you, he must have stopped. The customer is a bus here, okay? The customer must have gone to someone else before, or he is going to someone else after you.
Yeah, correct.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your job is to make friends with these other stop people.
Okay.
Making sense? Yes.
No, not very clear.
Okay, tell me what your business. Tell me, like, so for the sake of others, what is your business about?
So mine is I'm into manufacturing.
Okay.
So we supply components for automotive industry.
Okay, so now as I said, this is a bus stand, and this is the customer is the bus. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're the bus stand. Okay. Seats are all here. So this is a bus stand. So let's make it quick. This is a bus stand, and before the customer is coming to you, you are into manufacturing of automotive components, right?
Yes.
Right. Before the customer, who is your customer?
Right now, my end user, we supply for JCB, the hydraulic parts.
So JCB also works with who else?
Yeah, many number of customers. Like,
No, who's not your competitor? Who's not your competitor?
who's not my competitor.
Yeah.
So
They come for one
we
need.
supply the hydraulic. Yeah, the hydraulic components we supply, but there are a lot of other mechanical elements which go into.
Madan, can you mute yourself? Madan?
Yeah.
Madan, are you there? Can you please mute because some noise is coming? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, mechanical and what else? What like
mechanical, electrical, like so.
yes. So do you get an idea now? These people are your friends for making collaborations.
Okay.
Does it make sense now?
Yeah, got it.
So these people, because they are not your competition, look at the criteria we have listed here, right? So they must
Yes.
not be your competitors. That is what a little bit messy here, but I understand this, right? They must not be your competitor, but customer is doing transaction with them. So these two are already qualified when it comes to your collaboration partners.
Right.
And you will also tell them
Okay.
that I will also send you customers from my side.
Cool.
So your job is to identify many more such electrical people, electrical, mechanical people, so that you have a regular flow of customers coming your way. Making sense?
Yeah, got it.
That is the simple
We
thing.
can collaborate with them as well.
Absolutely.
In terms of our facilities.
That's what this doesn't cost you money. It all requires your thought process. That's it.
Cool.
Okay.
More about joint venture. When it comes to joint venture, how do you get associated with a competitor? So in market research, what I've seen is most of the big giants actually eat up, the smaller companies.
Mhm.
Okay, so how do they do it, and what are the benefits they see in that case?
So look at this. Our fingers, 5 fingers are all small, different sizes, but we're all fingers, right?
Yeah.
So the point is, we're all competitors for the world, but we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. Okay. And don't talk to small entrepreneurs. They may not understand what you speak when it comes to competition, because they're very protective, okay, about their business, because they want to capture everything. Okay. But talk to next level of competition, because they understand where are they losing out money. You want to talk about how they're losing money by not taking care of that. You can say that this is my strength, let us work together on that. Okay. So of course you have your own USP, because if I ask you, Prakash, what is your USP, you will tell me this is where my strength is. For example, in the market, everyone is a chartered accountant, but not everyone is the same chartered accountant. Someone is specializing in GST, someone is specializing in income tax, someone is specializing in accounts. So many varieties come into picture, isn't it? So 100%. First is you want to have the mindset that it is possible, and I can guarantee you it is possible.
Okay.
We source a lot of deals from our competitors because they're not able to handle the load. We take the load, we close the deal, we share the revenue. And that's how it works.
Okay.
So I hope you like this video. So if you want to ask questions about how our ecosystem works, please make sure to get in touch with us in the link below in this video. And if you want to join a membership, there are a lot of amazing investment opportunities, networking opportunities keep happening in our business community. So get in touch with us, and I'll see you in the community.